Coming at you with a particular message, I feel like some of you could be using something like divine timing or waiting for the perfect time, waiting for that moment of inspiration as an avoidance mechanism. And this is a particular message, but I'm trusting that this video is reaching those who are meant to receive it at this time. And so what I'm really getting here is that you might be feeling called to act on something, whether this is part of your purpose, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's a conversation, whatever it is that is coming up in your heart right now as you are hearing these words is probably the situation that this is applying to. And so if there's something here that you've almost been procrastinating or kind of just waiting, maybe there's even an imposter syndrome here, like you don't feel like you're ready, you don't feel like you're skilled enough, that you're articulate enough, or that you know what exactly it is that you want to say or how to say it. This feels like it's a little bit of avoidance again. So I'm just offering that as a perspective here. Again, trusting this is reaching those who are meant to receive it. We are going to pull some tarot cards for you as well. I just want to open this up from a space of loving gratitude, especially for all of you who support this channel. You have thumbs, you know what to do with them. Hit that like, share, comment, and subscribe. All of those things help this channel grow, as well as the hype button. That's also a new thing, and it really helps small channels like that, like this. So I really do appreciate it. You can also find my links in the description of this video if you'd like to work one-on-one together. You can book on my website. I'm also now on Hipsy for live calls as well, too. So anyways, I'm curious to see what the tarot has to say. The card that actually kind of prompted a lot of this message was the Bear. And I actually just got off the phone with a client, and then I pulled this card for myself as well, too. And Bear really is sort of an interesting energy because I think of bears as being incredibly resourceful, adaptive, very strong as well. And bears are very good at utilizing the resources that are available to them. They very much are the master of seasons. And some of you are in the turning or changing of season in your life. Maybe you have needed to bide or hibernate, so to speak, but it does feel like we are turning into spring. And quite literally, on the day of this recording, we are having a beautiful spring day here. But this is a timeless message, so just let this resonate as it finds you. And with this turning of spring, this new beginning, and coming out of this hibernation, this dormancy, you might feel a little bit groggy. It might not feel like it's easy to come back into something, but with a little bit of effort, it does build momentum. And this could even be true for weeks or maybe even months as you're kind of getting your footing again. I do get the sense as I'm saying all of this that some of you have really been going through a difficult time, maybe even years or several months, and you're just starting to get back to yourself now. You're just kind of coming back to life in a way. There's almost this like resurrection that I'm getting, which is really, really beautiful. And also thinking of spring, I'm seeing these blossoms as well. Specifically, I'm seeing lilac. That might be a symbol for some of you. But what I really feel is that there is this new life, this new beginning, and you might be doubting it because it doesn't feel like everything is just happening super easy or super quickly, and that doesn't mean that it's wrong for you. It doesn't mean that your timing is off. It just means that you are adjusting, you're transitioning right now. So let's get a little more clarity here with the tarot. What are the messages? What are the messages here? I'm sorry if you can hear that rattling. It's actually the wind. The door is kind of moving, so maybe there is something kind of rattling. There is this movement. There's something knocking at your door. Interesting. So cards from the past. We have the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Swords in reverse. And so some of you have been really learning to reconnect with your heart, maybe even getting out of your head a little bit. The Knight of Swords is someone who can be very eager to prove themselves, maybe even a little rash, and it almost feels like you've been going through the motions. And there's this need to kind of lead with your intuition more. Some of you have also kind of been telling yourself this story of like, this is what I want to do with my life, or this is how I'm feeling, so this is what I'm going to do with that information. But it doesn't actually feel like it's about you being connected to yourself. It's almost like you think you know what you're feeling, or you thought you knew what you were feeling. It's very like psychoanalytical, and not necessarily experiencing your emotions, experiencing your heart. And maybe for some of you, there could be some trauma, some wound, some insecurity, something that was difficult to sit with. Or maybe there's just something here that is kind of taking you by surprise as well. Now, again, this is message or energy for the past. So where we are kind of now, it might be different. But it feels like you've been in this process of reconnecting here. We do also have the Empress in reverse. I don't even know how to describe this, but it's like trying to pull something out. You're trying to create something, trying to make something. It's like you're trying to force a creative process of some kind. It's like you're trying to force the timing, maybe, too. Or waiting, again, for that perfect timing. For others of you, it's like the creativity isn't going to strike, the inspiration, the epiphany isn't going to hit you until you start moving, until you start acting. And that could also be this Knight of Swords in reverse as well. You might have this idea, this intuition, this really strong feeling or yearning, but you need to make some moves here. You need to put that into action. And oh my God, the cards in the present are quite literal here with everything I've been saying, because we have the Two of Swords in reverse and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. The Two of Swords in reverse is about delaying something to me. It's about not making a decision. A lot of readers actually will read it that way upright, but to me it's different. I actually think of the Two of Swords generally as a card where it's like, you're kind of connecting to something, you're getting more clear in yourself before you make a decision. You know, we have this blindfold, we have the swords over the heart. To me, this card has always felt like, kind of like the Hanged Man energy, where you're taking some pause. You're connecting to your own inner voice. You're trying to tune out the voices of others or the influence outside of yourself and make a decision that is right for you. And some of you think that's what you've been doing. And maybe that is what you've been doing. But with this card in reverse, there is once again this message that some of you are putting something off. You're delaying something artificially. You're getting in your own way. And with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, this is a card of security, of stability. But what this really means to me in this context is that some of you are very attached to being in a comfort zone. And the funny thing is, with this card in reverse, this comfort zone might not even be that stable or that comfortable. It's just familiar. Or maybe it gives you some semblance of stability, but it feels stuck. It doesn't feel sustainable, what you're doing right now. Something needs to change. You know something needs to change, and you're waiting for that time. You're waiting for that moment, that burning bush. Let this be your sign. This video, this reading, this is your sign. It's time to move. It's time to go forward. And we have the Eight of Wands as the change, as the challenge. I don't even think we really needed the cards today, if I'm being perfectly honest, and I was kind of intuiting this. I feel like the message is pretty clear and straightforward. We have this forward-moving direction, this energy, going for it. Something is building. But you're not trusting your intuition, your wisdom, with the King of Cups, which is kind of interesting to me. This almost feels like imposter syndrome, if I'm being honest. But there is also this kind of, that expression, fake it till you make it. Like, you're not going to know how capable and confident you are until you start doing the thing. Right? Let's get a little more specific. What exactly is this about? This kind of feels like a calling to me, to be honest. This feels like something more tangible, like a project, a career. Definitely comment down below what this is for you. What are the messages? What is this about? Let's get a little clearer. It could be about a relationship for some of you. I do see the Two of Cups as I'm shuffling here and just kind of pausing. I'm not necessarily pulling this card, but it could be about expressing yourself. Making a commitment to yourself as well, speaking from your own heart. That does feel important, and that also feels like it helps loosen the energy, but I don't think that's really the heart of what this reading is. This is about you learning to connect with yourself, about you learning to say yes to yourself and making space for yourself too. Some of you are afraid of recognition with the Six of Wands in reverse. Now, isn't that interesting? Maybe you are afraid to be in the public eye. Some of you are afraid to be a leader. Some of you are afraid to have eyes on you. And this is blocking you from success. This is blocking you from stepping into your power, from answering your calling. And I mean, there is a lot of vulnerability in moving in that way. And it's a gift to fail epically, is something I'm getting too. Because it makes you less afraid of failure. I don't know. I feel like this is actually feeling really relevant to your reading, to this group right now. I've been thinking lately about this kind of dialogue or discourse that we have around failure, where a lot of the times people don't want to acknowledge failure at all. It's like, oh, don't say that you failed. You didn't fail. You made a mistake. You learned something that didn't work. I have had some kind of resistance about this because in my mind, by not being able to just acknowledge something as a failure, we're almost making it bigger. We're making failure bigger than it needs to be. And there's part of me that's also getting this energy lately, like, don't make failure an option. Don't let failure be an option for you. And I think there's a bit of a happy medium, where it's like, don't let failure as an outcome be an option. You might fail along the way. You might have setbacks. You might have obstacles. But with the Six of Wands, don't let the fear of failure hold you back, especially in this reverse position. And on the other side of this, some of you really are afraid of how powerful you are, of how big you are. You're meant to be a leader of some kind. And you can be damn sure that means you're going to have to get out of what's comfortable. You're going to have to get really good at being uncomfortable. And it's both a privilege to connect with energy like this. And also I apologize, because it's not easy. I definitely relate to this in my own ways too. It's not easy to put yourself out on camera and put yourself out on the internet. I can say that. Anything else? Because I feel like a lot of you are very creative. You have a talent. Some of you are meant to do things on social media yourself. Yes, I'm definitely getting a very strong creative bent with the Knight of Wands. Just go for it. It's very much like this Eight of Wands. Yeah, the Knights are here, you know? We have the Knight of Cups, Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands. We have the Eight of Wands charging in. We also have the Knight in the Six of Wands. This is about acting. Knights are all about movement. They're all about initiative. They're all about taking action here. Being in movement. This isn't about waiting. It's not about waiting. Your gifts are too precious and important to delay. especially if this is what's finding you right now. Don't wait to be fully healed. Don't wait to be perfect or to perfect something. Put it out in the world now. Let yourself learn from those stumbling points, and let's be real, you're going to see them a lot more than anybody else. You are going to be more critical of yourself. You're going to be more hyper-focused on your performance, on whatever it is that you're doing, than anyone else will be. Most of the time, 99% of the time. And just fuck those 1% of people. What else? Anything else for this group? Any other messages? It's a lot less scary when you just let yourself make the mistake. When you just let yourself be imperfect, to learn as you go. 8 of Pentacles. You are allowed to be a work in progress. And in fact, the sign of excellence is always improving. It's honing your craft. That doesn't mean that you arrive at a state of perfection, that you wait until you have perfected something. Again, commit yourself to excellence by always seeking to improve your craft. Very, very interesting message here. I honestly feel like this is it. I feel like we've covered it. I don't want to beat a dead horse. We have a lot of horses on the table here. I do hope that this was helpful. I hope this was uplifting. This helped move something for you. Definitely be sure to hit like and subscribe if you've made it all the way to the end here. Might as well. You can also hit that bell notification so you can always stay up to date with these messages, what the cards have in store for you. And again, all of the ways that you support this channel, comments, hype, anything is super, super appreciated. I do also have a donation link for those of you who feel so called. You can make a one-time or monthly donation on Ko-fi. But truly, I am just so grateful to have you here and have you supporting this work that I do. It is a true gift. So thank you so much. And I will see you in the next video. Take care.